When the garage belongs to the whole family, it can quickly become useless to everyone. So we're helping this family get a grip on their garage.
Only one car is going to park here.
Mine.
And we know whose
Yeah.
that is. What do you think so far?
Unbelievable.
Dwight and Sharday share this home with their 3 sons, DJ, Simeon, and Isaiah. The project we're here to help with is their garage.
I think what would be nice with the garage is be able to maneuver in the garage without tripping over stuff.
I just want to be able to park in the garage because that's the only spot I get.
And plus just having it organized so the boys can get their toys, get their bikes, can easily pull it out and pull it back in and put it where it needs to go.
Make it look pretty. That's my thing. And then just, I guess, usable.
It's like right now we can't pull no car in there. I can work out, but I have to kind of step over things to work out. If I gotta find a tool to fix something, I gotta kind of go through a couple things to try to find it, and then I get distracted because I find something that I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, it'd be nice to get it organized.
All right, I can tell you have those boys out here.
Oh yes, they run the garage. We moved some stuff off the ground and put little shelvings up, but we still have clutter everywhere.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
clutter
that's the thing,
everywhere.
as much as we can get off the floor, and then, and I know you already decided that only one car is going to park here.
Mine.
And we know whose
Yeah.
that is. So,
Yes.
so
That's
okay,
mine.
so you'll be parking here. So we still have a lot of real estate here to work with to be able to get everything in place.
Yes.
Okay, the weight bench. Does it get used at all?
Yeah,
I doubt it. No.
No.
I've seen it like once.
Is it working for him?
It's,
I have
much
my
as it
moments
can.
when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go out and pump out a couple reps, and then it's like, oh, I'm
taken a
tired.
while to get here.
But you do want to maintain that.
Yes, I do
Okay,
want to
okay,
maintain
good,
it.
good,
Try to
good.
stay in shape a little
Yeah,
bit.
there you go. That's good.
Most of our stuff is pretty usable every day. I mean, our kids are riding their bikes out all the time. They're taking
Pulling
out
toys.
stuff for toys. And the kids will like drop their shoes off and their cleats off over here and before they get into our kitchen, since our door goes right there. And so we'd love for them to have a spot that they
Where they can just kind of undress and get that dirty stuff
off before they come
Before
in the
they come in the
kitchen.
house.
It's more so of like looking for ways to get them to have their spaces,
Sure.
but not intrude on our
I got
spaces
you.
too.
Yeah,
I want
that's all.
my space in a
We
garage.
all want our little piece
Everyone wants a piece of the
of
pie.
property inside
Definitely.
of the garage.
So after we take a few measurements and make a few notes, Chelsea and I come up with a plan before we return to get started.
I've done a lot of drawing over the years as a contractor, and I always like to disclose that I can build a lot better than I draw.
Thankfully.
So anyway, that's the floor plan.
Cool.
This is your car. Your car, it's out there.
Definitely.
Yes.
Thought that it'd be kind of neat. We've done this before where we actually use carpet and take a little bit of carpet and go around here at the back door, around here, and then on this side have carpet all the way across other than where your black pad that you have under your workout area. Then, if you would agree to it, we'll move the workout area back over here, just perfect for that light to be turned into a ceiling fan.
Cool. There you go.
Directly over that. Okay, then to take care of the boys, we have a bicycle rack that we build right over in that corner.
Nice.
Above it will be a little shelf for their helmets, anything to do with that, and it's all in a nice, neat little area there. Does that make sense?
They got their own little cube kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And then workshop area back over here, utilizing that. Then on the back side, you would have your pegboard. We're going to have a shelf that runs all the way across,
That'll be so nice.
16 inches deep.
Oh, very
So
nice.
you'll have all of that. You have your workbench over here, and then all your lawn and garden and auto supplies and everything will be positioned right in there.
That's awesome.
What do you think?
Sounds
I love
pretty
it.
good.
And the drop-off zone too. Have just a little seat here
Yay.
so that they'll
Nice.
actually be able to sit
and put
and
their
take
stuff
their
on.
shoes off
Yes.
and throw them in there, and it's
That's
nice
awesome.
tucked right in there.
That's the best shovel you can draw.
Is that what that is?
Is a shovel that hard to draw, really?
My pen messed up.
It looks like this is going to be a fun family.
Mine, the table is kind of dirty.
That's all right. When you burn all your food, that happens.
Come on now, we're not burning it all now. So that's my first propane grill. I'm a charcoal guy, and it took me a while to get used to that grill, so I left like a trademark burn on it.
I've always been wanting to go on that Power Wheel since we first got it. And so since my kids weren't here to nag on me, I was like, I'm definitely testing this out. Lady driver coming through.
That's why people get their kids those toys so that they can play with them when the kids aren't home.
But toys weren't the only thing we found in this garage. There were also plenty of spiders.
Okay, Sade, I got the feeling you're not too crazy about your eight-legged friends out here.
No, it seems like they're everywhere in my garage.
Well, I had the perfect spray for that. So we're gonna spray them and it's going to kill them and keep them from coming back.
This spray is called Miss Muffet's Revenge, and it keeps spiders away for up to 12 months. You simply spray the webs and then brush them away the next day.
Combination wrenches and box end wrenches are often the first tool you reach for when you have to loosen a nut, but they do have two limitations. First, they're relatively short, so they don't provide much leverage. But here's how to solve that problem. First, hook the wrench onto the nut, then take a second wrench and take the box end and hook it over the open end wrench. And you can see what it does, it extends the handle and really adds a lot more leverage for busting loose nuts, just like that. Now, the second limitation is what happens when you don't have a wrench that fit the exact size nut. If it's a metric wrench and a standard nut or vice versa, it won't quite fit. Now, if it's slightly too large, you can fill that space with a coin or even a washer. But what I prefer to use is a straight blade screwdriver because it's a tapered tip. So you can take that and wedge it right into the space between the wrench and the fastener and loosen it right up. There you go. Problem solved.
We're helping Dwight and Sade reorganize their garage, and the minute we have everything moved out, their two oldest boys get home from school.
So when my boys got off the school bus, they of course were wondering what was going on at our house because we didn't tell them anything.
How was school? All right.
We sold everything inside there. We're gonna be able to buy,
We got rid of your bikes.
buy some new stuff.
Once they get over the shock, the boys get busy helping their parents prime the lumber we'll need for shelving.
Good job.
My boys love to get their hands in the nitty-gritty just like their father.
So, you know, I'm not gonna hold them back, getting that paint and getting a little messy.
After the primer dries overnight, the lumber is ready for a top coat.
There's nothing terribly innovative about putting a shelf up, but it'll change your world having that little bit of extra storage.
Oh yes, it gets things off the ground.
Stop tripping on things would be nice.
The first step to installing the shelves is popping a chalk line even with the top of the back door.
Okay, Sade, you know how to do it? Pull it out about 7/8 of an inch and then pop it in. Whoa, okay, we got it.
We got multiple lines to use. Perfect.
That was a full 7/8.
You know?
You said 7 to 8.
He totally said 7 or 8 inches.
7/8 of an inch.
Yeah, 7, 8.
We both
7 to 8
misheard.
inches.
Hey, the line was there. That's what matters. You can see it.
So you're cheating. You're going to use the door frame as a cleat, huh?
Mm-hmm, exactly. Okay, I'm ready for you to give it a try. Here's your designer glasses.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna risk my hand by holding this for you. Here you go.
Love the
Okay,
trust
don't
that
shoot
we
it.
have. You want to give me something with power like a nail gun? I can see you could be a little bit worried about it, but I handled it like a pro.
There you go. All right, get you one up there. You got it now,
That was
huh?
awesome.
Feel good?
Yeah, it does.
All right, let's do it again.
My kids would be proud of me. My kids are gonna think I'm a rock star when they see I have to use the nail gun. They're probably gonna ask us when we're gonna get a nail gun, or they're gonna tell me that I should add it to their dad's Christmas gift list.
Oh yes, the nail gun, the air compressor, all of that. That'd be a good gift.
Dwight's over here got tears in his eyes.
Tears of
Well,
jealousy.
he might put me to work now more.
I know.
So, you know, that was kind of fun watching her do that. She's actually got to use a nail gun before I got to use one.
So these are going to every other stud.
The short vertical cleats will support the metal shelf bracket so the weight on them doesn't crush the drywall.
Try to make it look good.
Finally, we're ready for the 16-inch wide pieces of plywood that form the upper shelf. In the corner where Dwight's tools will live, we're adding another 1x12 shelf just beneath the larger one. Beneath that, we'll reinstall a smaller section of Dwight's pegboard after he leaves a message for Sade on the wall behind it.
I had to leave a little note for my wife to show her that I love her.
I was kind of happy to see that he was gonna boast his love for me on national TV.
She was like, oh, he left me a note. He really loves me, huh?
Now that Dwight, quite a romantic, isn't he? Meanwhile, Chelsea and Sade are replacing the missing window stools.
I gotta ask, what happened to the original window stool?
So for my take, I believe Dwight decided he wanted a first home project. and it had some water damage, so he decided to kick it out.
So it had some water damage.
It had a little bit of water damage, probably. It probably could have stayed for a little longer. And he said, I'm gonna fix this ledge, and it's gonna get done this week. We're almost a year later.
Well, now he's gonna need another home project then, if we're doing this for him.
I'm sure he is. He's always looking.
The girls beat me to it. They end up fixing my project.
I had to do it. I could say I did it though. Hey, I did your project. Check done.
So typical, always there to clean up after the men.
Okay, so this weekend, since we're going to be gone, we'll have a few things for you to do. First of all, we're going to need to clean all of this since we're going to stain this. So clean it really well with something like trisodium phosphate, TSP. Clean it, put the fan on it, dry it out, and then put one even coat of stain. A little more priming and painting. We've got a lot of raw wood, so if you can get us a head start on priming and painting, then we can build bike rack, we can build the little seated area over there for the boys and all of that, and that can really come together next week.
Cool.
Very cool. I'm sure our kids will try to help us out.
Yeah, get the kids to help you out a little bit on that. So, okay, it's all yours. Okay, we'll see you, man. All righty.
You know, whether I'm in my workshop, in the living room, or even in the kitchen, it's nice to have background music. But personally, I will tell you, I get so frustrated when I'm trying to sync up those speakers so I can have the music playing throughout the house. The Bluetooth just doesn't work because you got to try to connect it over here and connect it over there, and I get so frustrated. Well, when I saw the Ryobi One Plus wireless speaker set, I thought, ta-da, this is it. Because all I have to do is either take my smartphone or my tablet and through Bluetooth connect to this one primary speaker, and then I'm done. I don't have to worry about connecting to anything else because then this does all the dirty work for me. It connects to a secondary one, and you can actually, from this one, hook up 4 other speakers. Now, each speaker has its own volume control, and it also has in the back, if you want to, say, put one out in the patio and you don't have a plug-in nearby, you can just take the Ryobi One Plus battery, pop it in the back, and you're good to go. So next time you're down in your workshop or you're in your kitchen and you want to hear some music and you want to hear it throughout the house, just connect here and you're done.
Dwight and Sharday have a good-sized garage, but without any planned organization, it kept falling into chaos, thanks in part to 2 very active little boys. One of the top priorities is a parking place for Sharday's car, so they've been busy staining a section of the floor to identify it as Mom's.
The stain looks great.
Thanks, I love it.
Maybe the boys will leave it clear now. It's kind of like mapped out for you.
Yeah, it's my spot. Definitely my spot, which I'm excited about.
Good, good. Well, it's kind of polishes off the garage. So I want to add to that polished look and add some baseboards around the perimeter.
We're using 1x6 boards spaced about 1/4 of an inch off the floor to allow room for the carpet we'll tuck under them later.
All right, do you think the boys will actually put their shoes in these baskets?
I'm hoping it actually makes it in there. It would be really nice if so. It'll make my life a
We
lot
have to
easier.
dream big. So this is going to be the top of the bench, and then we have our legs. But since we're going to attach it to the wall, we need to notch out for the baseboard that we just installed.
Okay.
So have you ever used a jigsaw?
No.
Okay, well, today's your day. This is called the shoe. You want that to be on the board. So you might want to pull it back, start the trigger, and then
Got it. You want to put all the pressure on me to make a straight line.
perfect. All right, and then I also want to be a little fancy
Okay.
and add a round edge to the bench.
Oh, wow.
Do you want me to make that cut?
I sure do.
Our bench is pretty simple. It has 2 legs that we're attaching with nails from the top of the bench into the legs, and then we have a couple of support brackets to screw the bench to the wall. Whee! Whee!
Chelsea's 3 little pigs laugh is what I call it nowadays.
Oh, really? Wee, wee, wee. Oh, you gotta commit. There it is.
She has like the perfect little squill of the wee.
Life is more fun with sound effects. Whee! And now I feel pressure to keep it up.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't really that committed to it.
Hey, Danny, how's it going?
I think I got it figured out here. We're talking about some way to get all the boys' stuff right in here. And of course, the bicycles being one of the main things. I think what we can do is build a real simple little bike rack right here.
Okay.
And then tie it into some shelving, then put another one up about here, that they could access fairly well.
All right.
And then no matter how big the bicycles get over the years, we'll still be able to park them right in here.
Nice.
Now, if you go and have 4 or 5 other kids now.
Come on now, hold on now, slow down, slow down.
We'll have to adapt this.
Basically, we're making a big box out of plywood.
All right, I got this. Why don't you step back and act like a little boy and see what you think. Is that high enough?
I think it needs to go up just a tad bit more.
Put it up a little higher?
Yeah.
Let's bump it up a little higher and look at it
We can
again.
probably put the bottom of it almost to my chest. About
Really,
there.
that high?
Yeah, I think about
Okay.
that good.
Well, let's do it right there. I'll tell you what, I got this. Come around and grab the gun and then shoot it right in the corner, as close to the corner as you can. Yeah. Okay. Let's put this on there.
All right, go down. Oh, that looks good.
Okay, go ahead and hit it
Underneath?
yeah, on the 1x2s. So see, all I'm thinking about doing is taking a couple 2x4s, putting them down, tying them back into the baseboard, and each of the bikes will slip right in there.
Okay, but aren't we gonna put carpet on the bottom?
That's what I was about
No.
to say. Let's go ahead and get the carpet down, and I think we need a little help on this.
I think I know just the
Okay,
person.
good. There you go. All right, come on out here.
All right, there we go. Ooh, I bet the boys will have fun with this big old tube. What can they do with it?
I'm sure they'll make it into something. Something with Legos, Hot Wheels, or some kind of craft project.
Once I mark the dimensions we need for each section, we're ready to chalk the lines.
One more time, Sade, you get to do this. Lift it up
Pressure.
7/8 of an inch.
7/8, not 7 inches.
The pressure was on with the chalk line, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it right. Yeah, I did half the line. It still counts though, because technically I got a 3rd try, and 3rd time is the charm.
After a few quick cuts, we're laying carpet.
Watch your back.
Now you know
Now
what
I can do
now
my
you know what
trick.
you want to do. Go ahead.
Woo! Oh man, it
Okay,
didn't
you
work
ready?
that
Here,
well.
let's do it.
Gotta do it together.
You got it.
Two.
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's
There we
cool.
go.
Yeah, I guess they were on the carpet doing some kind of carpet shuffle.
Definitely up and coming dance trend.
Okay, now while we're putting this carpet down, is it a reason why we shouldn't use glue?
Well, you can glue it down, but if you ever change your mind, and sometimes they change their mind,
Oh yeah.
Never.
you will be able to just release this tape, and then you can change it out, put new carpet in.
Once the carpet is all down, we can install the shoe bench and the bike rack.
There we go.
Okay, we're gonna see if it comes out or not.
All right, let's see.
Huh. Might have been shooting blanks. Huh.
Nah, I think it's just skills.
You got it.
Finally, we're laying out the lawn and garden tools on the ground to determine what order they should be stored in. Another 1x4 nailed to the wall is the perfect platform for all of the hooks and brackets we'll need to hang them. And as I start installing the new light and fan, the rest of the stuff can start coming back into the garage. Plus, there's some new stuff as well, like this cool folding workbench from our friends at Woodcraft. It can hold up to 300 pounds and includes a vise as well as a circuit-protected power strip. So once we put his garage back together, Dwight will have everything he needs to keep on improving. Dwight and Sade had a garage that was in chaos. Nothing had a designated spot, so everything was everywhere. By creating some simple shelving and racks to get things off the ground, we're eliminating clutter. The boys have a spot for their bikes, their toys, and their sports gear. Not to mention their new bench to help keep dirty cleats out of the house. Dwight has room to both work out and work on projects. And of course, defining the floor space with carpet and stain makes it clear where Sade can park her car.
It looks nice. I like how it is. It's nice and organized, got everything where it needs to be.
I'm loving it. I think it's awesome because we get organization mixed with a little bit of, everyone's happy with their different places.
Boys got the little bike area and the little toy bin area. I have my workout area and my little bench area where I can do some work. And I
Future
have
projects.
an area where I can do some car work inside the garage
You do?
sometimes.
You know, I don't know what it is about organizing. I absolutely love it. Whether it's organizing a closet at my house or my workshop, or helping a family like Dwight and Sharday fully utilize this valuable space in their garage. And there's something for everyone here. Sharday can park her car there, then Dwight has his workout area, his little handyman corner, and the kids are fully organized here. Of course, the biggest challenge is keeping this space as neat as it is right now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this week's show. I'm Danny Lipford. We'll see you next week right here on Today's Homeowner.